What is up, you guys, and welcome back to a new video here on the channel. This is Gold Toxic. Hope everyone is doing well. And today, it's been a while since I last told a story here on the channel, so that's what I'm gonna do. In this story, I want to tell about the time I went from a zero to what I guess you can call a hero. It does say that in the title, so without further ado, I'm gonna talk about it. All throughout elementary school and most of middle school, I'm not gonna lie, I was not really the most popular kid. I did have my fair share of being bullied and being messed with. But I did have some friends though, so it wasn't like I was a total loser. But yeah, so anyway, for me, I just felt like no one really recognized me or really cared to recognize me or get to know me, outside of my small 3 or 4 friends. And honestly, I thought it was kind of sad, but it do be like that sometimes, Also, back in middle school, I was a weird ass fucking band kid. I think that right there, I was a band kid slash youth group kid. I think that tells you everything you need to know about how weird I was. And I'm not gonna lie, I still am kind of weird, but it's a different kind of weird now, if you know. So during 8th grade, this was the second semester of 8th grade, so I only had a couple months left before school got out. There was a quote unquote call out meeting for the talent show. And your boy was, plotting, he was brainstorming of what to do. And however, he knew something. He didn't want to do it solo. And so after some time of thinking, he thought, hey, what if I just lip synced a song? And originally, I wanted to lip sync the Pokemon theme because, the YouTubers Smosh from way back then, they did it. And I was watching a lot of old school Smosh videos at the time. God, this video, I'm really showing my age here. And speaking of showing my age, the song I wanted to lip sync in the talent show was Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. For those who know. And I would play the song, but I don't want to risk being copyrighted. So yeah, if you don't know, search it. It's a good song. It's a white girl banger. And I went in there, I signed up for the tryouts, and then after that, it came the auditions. And when I told, and during auditions, it was over at the high school. It was in the auditorium because my middle school didn't have one, which is crazy because as an 8th grader, it was my very first time being in the high school. So I'm not going to lie, that was a little bit of a nerve-wracking experience. And when I got up there to do my audition slash run-through, I was feeling it. I was in my zone. I was freaking lip-syncing that shit. And honestly, the few people who were watching, who were also in the talent show, they were loving it. They were hyping me up. And honestly, it felt really cool, especially me who was an outsider. And, the weirdest part about that was, no one said anything. They all kept it a secret. And fast forward a couple days later, or a couple days before the talent show, out of the blue, I told my parents, hey, guess what? I'm doing the talent show. And they're like, oh, cool. Which actually, I was planning on telling them earlier, but I have no idea why I didn't. I guess I just didn't. Or I was just nervous or whatever. But anyway, wow, that's a real surprise. What are you doing? And I told him, I'm lip syncing this one song. And they asked, oh, which one? And I told him, Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. And I can't hold you. They kind of gave me a weird look, but still, they were still super supportive, so W them. And then fast forward to the day of the talent show. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, gang, I was really nervous. I mad nervous. And fast forward to when we get to the high school, we end up going to the backstage area of the auditorium, and a couple of the girls, or the girls I was friends with, GT, we should do makeup. I'm I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea. And they convinced me, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And also, before anyone asked, no, I was not wearing drag. I was not wearing dress. All I had on was light makeup and a wig, and that was literally it. Anyway, when it was my turn to perform, I did it, and towards the end, I ripped off my wig. Everyone knew it was me, and I walked off that bitch. And crazy thing about it was, when I walked off that stage, When they knew it was me, like the audience got even louder. So, and believe it or not, I actually won that bitch too. I actually won the talent show too. And for those who are wondering what I won, it wasn't really anything too special. It was just a $20 gift card for somewhere. I forget where it was. It doesn't matter. It's middle school. Was I expecting anything crazy? Hell no. And when I got home, my stepmom washed off my makeup. Yes, I still had it on my face until after school. But then later that night, when I got on Facebook, back when I used Facebook, that shit was popping off. Like, they were talking a lot of positive stuff about me, pretty much saying that I killed it. Heck, and even I got a couple numbers from some girls. So, yeah, that's a plus there, you know. I found it really weird that, in a good way, of course, because, like, how crazy my middle school experience changed in, like, not even 24 hours. And fast forward when I came back from spring break 2 weeks later, shit was lit at that school. Hoo, hoo, hoo. I was basically the talk of the entire school for the rest of the school year. And I find it funny how basically, again, I went from zero to hero, started from the bottom, and now I was there. And that's a story how I peaked in middle school. But anyway, I kind of just wanted to share that story of basically how I went from a nobody in a school to basically the most popular kid then. But anyway, thank you guys so much. Kind of just wanted to tell that little story. I thought it'd be fun. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, love y'all. Like, comment, sub. This has been GT. Until next time, peace.